Okay, in this video we're going to stuff the chicken that we deboned before with the skin on. Here's the bird. Looks pretty good. A little bit, it'll look a lot nicer when it's wrapped up. That's the inside there. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay it out first. And then we're going to season it. Do cracked black pepper. Tastes way better than the powdery stuff. And use McCormick grinders. Super cheap. And give it a little bit of salt. I'm not particular to kosher or regular. I like sea salt best. But I have kosher right now. Then we're going to take, I just kind of decided on a couple things. I've got this herb and spice cream cheese. I'm going to use that for the stuffing, I think with a little bit of horseradish. I have about half a container left here. I used the rest of it for some a venison dish the other day. I did liver and onions. Where's my fork? I gotta grab a fork. I don't know what brand this is. It doesn't really matter. I actually have fresh horseradish in there. I'm just too lazy to grind it all right now. I should process it soon, but it's usually good for a little bit. So we're gonna mix that up. The horseradish actually made the cream cheese a little more spreadable. I'm gonna add some paprika to that because you should never have poultry or eggs without paprika. I like to be a little heavy on that. And poultry seasoning. Generally I'll go with like sage, rosemary, and thyme. And I actually have a little bit of fresh rosemary here I'm gonna use. And a little bit of thyme from the garden. Flake that in there. Those are my staples for poultry though, sage, rosemary, and thyme. And honestly, venison is another one that really benefits from the sage, rosemary, and thyme. Definitely the sage at least. I don't think the thyme's necessary, but I like it and I have it growing fresh, so I'm going to use it. Mix that in, and we're going to spread that on the bird. Let me see if I can angle down here a little more. There you go. See what I'm doing at least. I'm going to use it all. It's probably going to squeeze out all over the place on me, but I don't know what else I'm going to do with the horseradish, rosemary, paprika, cream cheese spread. So we're just going to use it right up. I like to make sure I get right down in here into the crevices of where the leg bones were. It usually stays pretty moist in there, but if you're cutting somebody dark meat, it's really nice that the flavors throughout. I'm gonna stuff this with asparagus as well, so I'll use the asparagus to push some of that marinade down in there. This chicken's actually gonna be pretty juicy all on its own. We raised them on the farm this year, and they came out good. We did the Freedom Rangers though, definitely not quite as meaty as the Cornish Rocks. And I'm taking my asparagus. You probably know you gotta crack off the bottom. I already have the rest of it done, and I'm going to stuff the tips down in the leg because that's the most sensitive part. It's also the tastiest part, and I'm going to stuff that down there. Oh, that one's broken, but that's okay. No one's going to know the difference. I mean, you're rolling it up and baking it, so. Okay, I'm going to break some more in half. Just so that they all fit in there, because I mean, I've actually never seen my chickens eat asparagus. I read somewhere that there was this famous chef and he tried to cook everything with ingredients that they were with in the woods. So like if you shot a deer, you would try to cook it with wild mushrooms that were prevalent around that time of year. And oh no, it wasn't. It was Hank Shaw. That's a really good vlog. Hunter, angler, gatherer, cook. I think I really respect his work. So this isn't as full as I usually get them, but you're gonna take the breast and tuck it down like this. And just try to keep that top centered in. Roll it over on the top there, and don't worry, this extra skin there is going to help you out quite a bit. I've got a little bit of meat that came off the legs when I was deboning it. And that is your stuffed boneless chicken. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna tie it so that it does not fall all over the place. My butcher knot is a little bit sloppy, but I'm learning. I'd recommend just don't look at what I'm doing. Go and look it up online somewhere, because sometimes mine works, sometimes it doesn't. That time it worked. Very nice. Lucky me. Watch, it'll come undone like 5 seconds after I've done it. See, you're using that extra skin that was there on the top. I think I might have this down. Yeah, watch. The next one will come undone. I really want to learn how to do what they call trussing the meat. They do it for a lot of cutlery, and it looks very pretty. Gotta watch a lot of videos. Knots are not my strong point, as any of the guys at Shifts could tell you. See? That one went. Do our best to put money in your pocket. I know every dollar counts when it comes to running a household. It could be a 1920 or a brand new car you just bought. We'll write you a check right in the spot. So if you feel like you're not getting enough money for your vehicle, this is really nice. I'll do a whole bunch of these all at once. There's the fork I was looking for. I do a whole bunch of these all at once when I'm doing birds, and like I said, it's really nice to just be able to, like, it seems like a holiday meal, and it is a good holiday meal, like for a small gathering, but I honestly really prefer to have it when I'm having a rough week and you can't cook, and I pull it out, and not only does everybody enjoy eating it, but I feel a lot better because, you know, you feel accomplished when you cook and you cook something good. And having something that you already put all this work into, ready to go, is nice. You just stick it on the roasting pan, and so there you go. And I'm actually going to take the legs and tie them together. See how this works. I never really timed it. I guess probably about half the time you'd spend on a bone-in chicken, because you have a lot less layers to go through. And make sure you put it in a nice pan where you're going to catch all the drippings, because some of this filling will come out, and I tell you what, it makes delicious gravy. So that's it. That's how to stuff a whole deboned chicken.